It's Sunday. I've got my watch on. The 17th of September, and I've done a full 2 weeks of vlogging. Just released number 14 just now because fell asleep in the chair last night, woke up at 5:30. Wasn't really the best move, especially since I'm trying to cut these vlogs down a bit, make the workflow a little bit slicker, get things done a little bit more efficiently. And I ended up staying up later last night than I ever have in the whole 2 weeks. Never mind, that's the small stuff which we don't sweat. Long story short, only just finishing the vlog and exporting it and uploading it now. So today I am home alone because Prem and Seb and Tiloshni have gone out for the day. They go to Canterbury and then to Dover. Canterbury would probably have offered a reasonable backdrop for vlogging, but the problem is I'm just not getting anything else done at the weekends, because I say to myself, right, this weekend I'm going to work on that, and then I go, alright, well I'll just do that first, and then I keep doing that. Oh, I'll just do that first. Okay, let me just get that done, and then it's like 10 o'clock on Sunday night, I've put the kid to bed and I haven't even started the one thing I was aiming to do. Long story short, they've gone out, I've stayed home. So I'm going to work on my project. Now I have got a reasonably big project coming out soon. And it is something which I've been working on now for best part of 3.5 years. 4 years if you include the script writing. My friend Charlie and I are trying to get this project wrapped up so that we can release it. More details to follow. Not going to be much vlog worthy footage to be shot, if I'm honest. I will work out later, but again, I'm not going to film much of that. Yeah, enjoy. I'm just going to give you a quick rundown of what I'm struggling with on this project, just because I feel like it. It's kind of a short film, mini feature. It's 50 minutes long, but we're 45 minutes long, but we're chopping that into approximately three 15-minute episodes. Now, one of the things I'm struggling with the most, and the reason that this project's taken me so long to complete, is the audio. And the problem with the audio is we recorded it separately into a separate recording device. So I've had to sync the audio with the footage. That in and of itself is not necessarily a difficult or problematic thing, it's just a laborious thing. But the real problem that we're having is that we recorded this in quite an old flat in North London, and so there was no double glazing and a very busy street outside. So when I'm cutting from one take to the next, so we'd do a wide shot of the whole scene and run through the whole scene, run the whole scene again with the cameraman just filming one character, run the whole scene again with the cameraman just filming the next character, and do that as many times as there are characters in the scene, if that makes sense. That means that I can then cut from the wide shot to close-ups, mid-close-ups, etc. The problem with that is that there were different noises going on outside on the noisy street. So we'll be wide and there might be just a gentle hum, background noise, and then cut to a close-up of me and there's a bus pulling up outside, like that kind of thing, air brakes, psst, all that kind of stuff, or someone shouting. So then what's happening is that the audio is going from the wide shot, which is just then it cuts to me, and then it cuts to someone else, silence, and it cuts to somebody else, people shouting in the street. So you've got this constant disparity between the different cuts. And without filming it in a controlled environment, which we obviously can't go back and do, without filming something in a controlled environment where you've got either the same consistent noises or background noise, or none at all, and you can then add it yourself in post-production, then you've got to make a decision. Do I just stick with the one wide shot and have the whole scene just wide? Not going to be very interesting unless the scene is particularly exciting and gripping. Or do you only use the audio from the wide and then chop in cutaways which hopefully match the audio you took from the wide? So when I say my line, "Hello, isn't it a nice day today?" for example, if it then cuts to me on a close-up saying, hello, isn't it a nice day today? You've got to hope that I say it at the same pace, with the same deliberation as I did on the wide shot, so that my audio matches the lip sync. And I expect I'll have a lot of film buddies out there, or anyone I know who makes films or just comes across this video will be saying, well, yeah, obviously, dumbass. How did you make that rookie error? But that's exactly what it is. It's a rookie error. I'd never made anything longer than a short video before. And the other side of that is that when you're shooting something, you've got so many things to think about and so many concerns and so much anxiety going on. It's a stressful time. You do miss stuff like that. You just miss stuff. You're so focused on, is the lighting right? Are the performances right? Are we getting the right camera angles? Does the set look right? Is there something in shot that shouldn't be in shot? And you've got all this stuff to think about. And then you get into post-production and you miss something obvious like that. A great example is what's going on now. Did you hear that? I just cut from one take to another take, and now the washing machine is making one hell of a racket in the background. So you go from that to something else that I was just talking about. Because when you're in a room, let's say you're shooting something, and then back to this, and the washing machine's back. So you see, it's the soundscape, if you like, is fluctuating, it's changing in a horrible, nasty jump cut way, and you don't want that. This is what I'm faced with, and this is what I'm struggling with. We're getting there, slowly. The other thing that I would recommend is check what your sound guy's using. Make sure he's got a decent quality directional shotgun mic. You don't want to be picking up too much background noise, you want to eliminate as much as possible. I would recommend something like a Sennheiser ME64. Apparently Rode are doing some pretty good stuff on their NTG range. I'm currently thinking about buying an NTG3. But obviously, I'm kind of speaking from the point of view of somebody who shoots on a budget. And so I'm talking about microphones that are affordable for people like me. At the moment I'm using a Rode, I think it's the Video Mic Pro. It's not very directional, it picks up just about everything. So it isn't great, especially when you're outside. When I'm vlogging outside you can hear everything. But the quality of the audio is pretty good, I'll give it that. It's not thin or tinny, it's not hissy. It's quite clean and it's a good balance of frequencies, but it just picks up too much peripheral noise. So yeah, I'm looking into a really good, decent, directional shotgun mic. Because I've now got a different camera. I've got an XLR input on that camera. 2 inputs in fact. I'm looking for something a little bit more pro. So if anyone's got any recommendations, stick it in the comments below. Essentially, lesson learned. When shooting a film, control your environment and make sure your audio is consistent. If not you, give that job to someone like the script supervisor or a runner. Anyone who is just kind of there to observe and make sure everything runs smoothly, give them that job, because otherwise you'll spend years in post-production trying to correct it, and essentially what you'll end up with is settling for a solution rather than finding a perfect solution, and your film is ultimately going to suffer. That's it from me. I've done about 2 hours work on the film, and episode 1 is pretty much finished of the 3 parts. And so now I'm going to work out arms and back. I almost forgot, it's time for the weekly wobble. Yep, still fat. Bloody dryer. Well, decided to finish early today. Did some good work on the film, did a good workout, and now I'm going to go and cut my hair and trim the old beard. Eating's kind of back on track now. Omelette, chicken, that kind of vegetables, spinach stuff. going to try and edit the vlog early today so that I have an evening with my wife for the first time in 2 weeks. See you tomorrow.